What's up, boys and girls, Lambo here, and in today's video I'm gonna show you guys how to beat 4-Gate Proxy. So the Mass Zealot 4-Gate, it's not really a thing on the pro level, but I saw someone suggested in the comments and I thought if this is a problem at all, I might cover it in a video. And then I actually went to Wardy's chat and someone was asking, because I think Elezu was beating Showtime and then people were balance whining, obviously. And then someone said, is there no way to punish a greedy Zerg? Which Elezu wasn't greedy, but obviously they could not have known that. And then someone said, yeah, you can just go Proxy 4-Gate on one base against the greedy Zerg, which is entirely wrong, because you can hold that reactively after seeing that there's that there is nothing here. So without any precautions, you can just hold this. Even if you just make 2 Zerglings, or if you just plan on making 2 Zerglings. I'm gonna show you guys pretty much the worst case scenario, which is match first and you don't scout for anything. I also will lose some minerals because I go ahead and check. You guys should do this every time. So you guys don't 16 hatch. So you guys don't get blocked in and have to 18 hatch or 19 hatch. And I'm not gonna scout for it at all. I'm just gonna play super standard. And I will show you guys how to beat it. So we're going hatch, gas, pool. No pool before gas. Nothing like that. I will show you guys 2 games, one on Submarine because the map is very short, so Skillus wanted to play it on this map, and then the map where I think it's a little bit harder to beat is gonna be Death Aura or Pillars, because the Overlord arrives the latest on these maps. Whereas on Submarine I will see it really early. So already, usually I would make one more drone now, or you can make an Overlord as well if you want to make 4 Zerglings, but I see that there is no wall. So naturally, I know that it's a 1 base. There is only one 1 base build, there is nothing really else. I can try like 3 Gate Zealot, but you do the same thing against it. So the reaction is the moment you realize that this is a 1 base. You do not get a queen in the natural, you only get a queen in the main base. You pull off gas, you get a Spinecrawler in your mineral line, inside your mineral line, one behind your mineral line but further away, and then one super far away as possible from the one that's built in the mineral line, but obviously not right next to the ramp. So in that order, you start the spines, or the queen, then the spines, and then the Zerglings. So now you have 6 Zerglings on the way, 3 spines and the queen. In the next replay, we're not gonna have these 6 Zerglings, and these spines will start a lot later, so the defense will be a little bit different. But let's take a look at what happens on short maps. So on a map like this, on Light Shot you will see it very fast. On Jagannatha you see the natural relatively fast. From one side I'm pretty sure. Oxide you see it super fast. So yeah, like these maps, you just will see it very fast. Maybe you will make the 21st drone, so you will have 4 links instead of 6. But it doesn't make too big of a difference. So he decides to go in right away, which makes a lot of sense, right? Trying to attack as early as possible. And now, if he attacks the Spinecrawler, you do nothing about it. You just let it die. You cancel it last second and then run to the top right with the drone to waste as much time as possible. Obviously, my opponent is not doing that because that would be bad. Then these spines finish and the game's over. So what he tries to do is he's going to try to attack this spine. But if he comes here with 1 or 2 Zealots, you go for a surround and kill these right away. And the way you micro this, you don't really, like what I'm doing right now is I'm microing individual drones back. But you don't have to do that. Just every now and again, move command on like a gas or on the minerals next to the Zealots to make sure the Zealots will change the targets. Because Zealots don't 2-shot anything, so you need 3 shots. So as long as you have a couple of red HP drones here, like if you micro at all, you're fine. And at this point in time, the Zerglings spawn and the rush is held. You don't need to worry about defending this. So if he goes back now to attack this, I'm going to explain in a little bit what to do. But I think he's just going to leave the game instead. So we have these 3 Spinecrawlers finishing up now. Because I know he's forced to attack the Spinecrawler, I started engaging on the Zealots. Like there's a lot of these. If you just think logically, okay, either he attacks the Zerglings now and then the Spinecrawler goes up, so he's definitely gonna try to attack the Spinecrawler, so now I can engage with the Zerglings. Also just knowing general Zergling numbers that you need to kill Zealots. For example, against 2 Zealots you would want 8 Zerglings, otherwise you would not want to engage that. You don't only really ever want to engage with the Zerglings if you can catch some Zealots off guard where you completely outnumber them. So like 4 Zerglings per Zealot minimum, until you actually just straight up fight it. And yeah, GG is called. And I could theoretically bring the Spinecrawlers down now, it would be very easy. Let's say he would not have lost the Zealots, only the first 2. So, well, first, let's talk about what if he actually attacks the Spinecrawler. The Spinecrawler will die very fast after a couple of swipes. You cancel it, you run to the top right. And then once your Zerglings are out, right when he starts attacking these, you can pull your drones with the Zerglings and try to fight. You can also use the Zerglings to catch the third Zealot that is going to come. Or like any struggling Zealots. One thing as well is put your rally point towards your main, so the Zerglings that you make from your natural don't start fighting Zealots here. Because that's you don't want that. You want to be the one that decides where the fight is going to happen. So let's say he kills this. These drones are still mining, which is really bad for him. And then all you need to do is take a fight here, and the game is exactly the same as it is now. Besides, even better because I mine more minerals. So let's say these, or let's say he didn't even go for it at the moment he sees the spines. What if he just attacks the hatchery? Well, that's very simple. You take the Zerglings and you run across the map. And if he tries killing you, then you have the spine crawlers. And let's say he cancels a spine and then goes, you still have 2 spine crawlers. Let's say he cancels this one for whatever reason. I don't think he will ever get here, but let's say he cancels this one and for some reason cancels this one and then rotates all the way back with the Zealots to kill the hatchery. Somehow, magically, you will have a queen here that you can put in between your minerals with hold position. And you can put drones next to the queen and next to the spine crawler with hold position. He needs an insane amount of Zealots to actually kill that, combined with your Zergling reinforcements as well, or you can just make an extra spine if your other spines die. And the Zerglings on the other side of the map will just kill your opponent. Just make sure that if you send, like let's say 6 Zerglings, you don't just A-move them, get surrounded and they die. That would be bad. Try to send like, I would say for, obviously this is a strategy that's on more the casual level, so I don't think you guys can micro the Zerglings away from the probes perfectly. Neither can they micro the probes perfectly, but I would suggest sending like 8 Zerglings, and if they know how to mineral stack on one patch, just don't engage, have them on hold position like this. And that's game as well. You can also obviously try to run around and try killing these pylons, but just denying his economy is a lot easier. If he recalls, you kill the pylon, and then usually, even if you can just retake your hatch, put a creep to Murray, put down the spines if your hatch ever dies, which none of this should ever happen. So this is why it's not viable, but this is a short map. I actually think it's harder on the big map, so we're gonna do it on Death Aura. In the next replay, where I went for like the absolute worst case, which is only 2 Zerglings instead of 4. And we're gonna see how I held it here. I don't think we will need a cut here because the relevant part starts right away. So you're gonna notice that my Overlord here will arrive way later, whereas on Submarine I could even skip the 21st drone. On this map it's nothing like it. I'm not sure why Protoss buildings that are building are so freaking loud. But so we get here, and at this moment in time I already made this Overlord as well. So we only have 2 Zerglings. And now immediately I should make spines. This was a little bit slow. 1 in the mineral line, 1 behind and 1 far away. Very similar. And this time it's a little bit harder because he could hide his Zealots a little bit longer as well. So he comes with 3 Zealots. Against 3 Zealots you do not want to engage. So I cancel this and I will just drone drill to make sure my drones don't die. And now basically we remake spines. The moment any of the spines die, you just start remaking spines. And now because he needs to attack these spines, these Zealots are out in the open, right? If he attacks this with less than 2 or 3 Zealots, you can, again, just take the fight with the drones. So that means all the Zealots that are coming here are gonna be exposed. So what we do is we kill the exposed Zealots. And again, his Zealots need to attack the spines. They're on a timer. His attack is on a timer. So while he is attacking the spines, you can then fight the Zealots. At this point also a queen is out, so you can start kiting back. I even go back to mining. If you guys are super unsure, I also could have fought here with the drones, right? Either way, we defend this. Now we have 12 workers. And theoretically, I actually think I should never have started speed. That was a bit of a just trying to see how far I can take it. Instead of the speed, there should be a second spine here, without any doubt. So he's now attacking my stuff. I went for this counterattack that I told you guys. These Zerglings are fishing for any Zealots that are exposed. And now we hold with the spine. I didn't even hold position. It's the best to have the spine in this mineral line and then just hold position with the drones. Instead we just go for the fight and we win it. Pretty easily. And a lot of this just has to do with selection of fights with the moment you see basically zealots alone by themselves, where they're not up against the wall and not in between minerals, that you can engage. And that's really all there is to it. You make spines very far away from each other. You do need to cancel them. I don't think you guys need a queen on the natural. I don't even think it's the worst if you finish it, although that makes the defense a lot harder. I will put those replays in the description if you guys want to check them out. And yeah, that's the entire trick to it. You guys just need to make spines, zerglings, and micro a little bit. So I hope that helped. If you guys also want, if you guys also have problems against any offensive builds or any different openings, doesn't necessarily need to be an all-in, it could be anything else, make sure to let me know in the comments below. And I might cover it in the next How to Beat series, or in the next How to Beat video. Also, please let me know if you guys prefer having some quiet background music. Usually I use some lo-fi music for it, which I did in the last couple of videos. In this one, I'm just gonna upload it without the music, because so far no one has given me proper feedback. So please let me know if you enjoy the videos more with a little bit of a background music, or rather no music at all. Obviously, it's all gonna be DMCA free music. So what I'm using right now is, I think it's called Stream Beats from Harry Seller. You guys can also give me different suggestions if you want to have me listen to different music, but I think it needs to be some chill in the background stuff that I can talk over well. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.